up, good people, and welcome back to our channel. It is Friday and I'm ready to pick up my girls. Hey, it's Friday, you guys. It's finally getting towards the weekend, and not only is it Friday, it's March 1st, so it's the beginning of the new month, new journey, new goals, whatever it may be. That's March, and it's also social work month. Whoop, 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 whoop. So happy social work month to all my fellow colleagues that are out there that are in the fight. I wish you guys pay increases. I wish you guys promotion. I wish you guys 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures this year as well too, you guys. So I am not one of those social workers that actually preach the broke social work narrative. Oh, I came into this field to help people and I know I wasn't going to get paid that much money. No, that's not me. I will not say that. I am not trying to live 2 cents above bus fare because I want to help my fellow man, my fellow brothers or sisters. No, because I can help them, and if that's the case, I can help them, and they can go on to succeed, and I'm still over here broke girl, broke boy. No, so I don't preach that narrative. I do believe that we should be paid quality for what we do. We are just as qualified as doctors. They save lives. We do the same as well. We save lives as well. A lot of people could be going down a path of destruction, but in some kind of way they can come into in contact with the social worker and whatever program that a social worker may be in, whether case management or actual therapist, and that person can actually change the direction of the life that person was going to. I have worked in a lot of Medicaid funded programs, and I have helped a lot of people along the way. I have helped change some people's perspective of what the world looks like because I was different when I came in and I showed them a different way. So, hey, doctors get paid what they're worth. Why shouldn't we? So we just got to advocate a little bit more, but nonetheless, that's not what this video is about on today. So nonetheless, happy social work month to you guys. Enjoy it to the fullest, and go from there. So today is Friday and it is Private Practice 101, how to start up your own private practice. That's what Friday videos are about, and so I shall just go ahead and jump right into it. Again, I am your host, Danielle Bailey, who makes these videos that God gives me the content. I come on here and I talk to you guys about it. And I am a licensed clinical social worker and I'm a therapist. So the topic of today's video is electronic funds transfer. Okay, this video is not going to be that long today, but I wanted to come on here and talk about EFT, the importance of EFT. I know I hinted on it a little bit on Tuesday, but I'm really going to go into detail about it on today because of what happened. So, electronic transfer, if you are dealing with insurance companies, you need to get a part of their EFT programs. That's how they pay you. That's how they send over. They can send over your funds that way. They can send your funds over electronic versus sending them over actually by mail. So how you get signed up for that is once you become credentialed, if you credential yourself or either you use a billing company that credentials you, make sure you make sure you tell them you want EFT for your payments, okay? I did not tell again, if y'all watch my videos, I myself went through a credentialing agency and it ended up turning out not being the best decision that I ever have made because I've had so many problems with insurance, okay? So it wasn't the best decision that I made, and I was a little naive. I thought that everything would be up and up, but in the end, it turned out I still had to do a lot of work on the back end. So, and EFT is one of them. All the people who I got credentialed insurance companies with, they signed me up for some of their EFTs and some they did not. So with that being said, I was waiting on a check from an insurance company, right? So I had called them. They was like, oh, we sent out the check at the first of the month. It's the end of the month. I was like, okay. She's like, we mailed it to you. And I'm like, y'all mailed it. it's the end of the month. Like, the check should have been here. So then the rep with the insurance company, she was like, well, let me see if it's been cashed. I was like, because I haven't gotten it, ma'am. She was like, let me see if it's been cashed. She was like, no, it has not been cashed. So I go out to my mailbox that's right outside, and no check. Like, I'm checking it for days, right? Checking it for days, making sure that where's the check? Still could not find it. Okay, so I'm like, I'm going to have to end up going back to them, telling them to cancel check, send another check. So it's just going to be a whole bunch of work, right? So I pulled up to my office one day, and there's a black box on the side of our office building, right? Like, the mailbox is farther over. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it, y'all, and put it in here. But the mailbox is farther over by the parking lot, and it has like everybody that's in here. Like, all of our mail coming to this one box. So it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, your suite numbers, right? And so, and it's a little black box that's right outside that another agency was using for their employees to drop off a time card. And in this little black box is a lock box, right? So I come and I see some mail, but this agency has been left. So, like, the box is just out there. So when I come outside, when I pull up one day this week, I see a lot of magazines just sticking out the box. And I'm like, what? Like, don't nobody even use that box anymore. So I go look at them. I pull out the magazine, like, and the magazines are for me. So I'm like, wait, if these magazines are for me, let me see. So I looked inside the box. Y'all, it was mail in the box. And I'm like, oh my God, like, who is this mail for? So, like, now I'm like, okay, the company is not here. It's not their mail. So let me see if my check was in there. Y'all, I go get a coat hanger from the house. I go get my scissors. I go get a big spoon. And y'all, I'm fishing through there because it's like, I know that my check is inside this mailbox. Inside this little lockbox. And guess what, y'all? The check was inside the lockbox and had been there since the first of the month. Now I'm about to call these people, the insurance company, and have a big old field day about why my check hasn't come and all this and that. And it's like, they did, but the mailman must have put it in the wrong box, and whoever took the mail out, instead of them coming and dropping it under my door like other people have done, they just put it in the doggone black box outside. Like, and then look, y'all, that wasn't the only thing that was in there for me. Other mail was in there. Like, this contract from 2018 that I had been waiting for this event that I was trying to plan was in the box. Blew my mind. So now it's just like, oh my God, I'm checking the box, making sure none other mail is coming to that box. Like, communication with insurance companies from last year in 2018, y'all, was in that box for me. And I'm just like, oh my God. So, one, I need to talk to the mailman. Like, my mail is addressed to me, Sweet One. Okay? Now, on the outside, our numbers are jumbled around, so that needs to be fixed, but he really needs to make sure that he's putting the mail in the right person's mailbox. So I said all that to say this: if I was signed up with EFT for the insurance company, I wouldn't have had that problem. Right. So what did I do? Come up in here, email them, like, how can I sign up for EFT? And I went on ahead, and now that is my goal to get. If you seen in Tuesday video when I said that I was trying to make sure that I get with EFT for all the insurance companies, that's the major reason why my check had been sitting out there for weeks. And I would have never found it if the magazines would have never been sticking out. So, moving forward, you guys, y'all know I'm telling y'all my struggles, my stories. That's why I'm helping you. That's why I'm telling you, make sure if you use credentialing company, make sure you tell them that you want to get signed up for EFT. And if you do it yourself, make sure you ask the company, do they have EFT, electronic funds transfer? It's also called a AHC draft. And it's just straight up electronic. We don't need any paper, because you can see what happened with paper checks. But some companies you cannot avoid, like these EAP companies, some of them, they're just going to send you a paper check. But I be on the lookout then, because I know when their check is actually coming, because they'll send you an email saying your check or whatever. So I'm on the lookout for their check. But now I know to go to that black box to see. I'm gonna check that regularly to see, make sure my mail is not coming there. All right, so that's all I have for you guys on how to start your private practice 101 for today. But I do want to give a word of encouragement, because this actually stuck with me this week, and it's like it stuck with me so much to where it really penetrated my soul, and I was just like, oh my God, it was like ding 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 ding. But nonetheless, I was working with one of my clients this week, and sometimes y'all, God will use what you say to other people to actually minister to yourself. Like, it's a word for them, but it's also a word for you. So I was working with one of my clients this week, and they are at a new job. And they are like, I want to get it. I want to understand. They're anxious and all this other kind of stuff. And they're like, I'm not where I'm supposed to be at. And so I was like, where exactly is that? And so they was like, what do you mean? I was like, where exactly are you supposed to be at? You just started. You really don't even know the job. And so they was like, okay. I say, so you don't really even know what you're supposed to be doing. Instead of being anxious or worry about you're not where you're supposed to be at this imagined place that you don't even have a detail or a structure for, stay in the moment. Enjoy the moment, what you're doing right now, what you know to do, because growth is going to come. It's going to come naturally. Do what you know to do. Be the best at what you know to do right now. Do not worry about, I'm not where I'm supposed to be at, because you don't even have the ideal and you just started something. Give yourself time to grow. So I told them that. And so last night I was in line to get something to eat. And I was watching, because the line was just moving so long, y'all. So I was watching, a girl had posted, she had went to Woman Evolved with Sarah Jakes, right? And so Sarah was saying, she was talking about Eve. And, she had seen a shirt at another conference. And this is how Woman Evolved actually came about, she said, because she went to another conference and she saw a name on some shirts. And she was like, what about Eve? And so long story short, she was like, she was going to question Eve about why you did this right here and there or whatever. And, God, she was like, God had came to her and was like, you have no room to question Eve because of what you did, X, Y, and Z. And so she was like, as a result, that made her realize, we are Eve. We all have Eve in us. So that, I was just like, wow, boo, boo. And so I'm sitting there. And so God was just like, the same way that Sarah had that epiphany, this is you. The same way you gave that advice to that client about needing to enjoy the moment, needing to stay in the present, needing to learn where to go and how to do it and be present. That's the same. He was like, that's the same thing you need to do, Danielle, in your practice. I feel like sometimes that I should be farther along, that I should do X, Y, and Z. And then if I question, just like the question that I asked my client, where are you supposed to be? Like, what does that person even look like? And I can't even answer that for myself. So my encouragement for you guys is to actually stay in the moment, be present in what you're doing, and master what you do. And do not be anxious about something in the future that we don't even know what's to come to pass, especially if you're allowing God to order your steps. God does not give us the full picture. He gives us the steps. So you're anxious, you're essentially wasting time, wasting energy, wasting your grace and your mercy that He gives us by worrying about something in the future, you guys. So stay in the moment, be grateful, master in the moment what you have, and trust and believe God that He's going to lead you and guide you. He just needs us to make the steps, and He will give it to us step by step. If God was to give us the overall picture, we will become overwhelmed, and we definitely will question, and sometimes we won't even do it because we are afraid of what He has for us. God sees us in a different light than we see ourselves. And if God was to give me the bigger picture of who I am going to be, I know for sure I'd be like, Jesus, I don't even know. Like some of the stuff that he has me doing right now, I even question like, can I even do that? Like, what is that you, I don't know about that. So what if he was to give me the overall picture of what I'm supposed to be as in life, where I'm supposed to be at? Just imagine the pressure, the stress, the anxiousness that I would feel just trying to make sure that come to pass, and then I'll be operating in my own strength and not according to his strength. All right, you guys, so that's all I have. Make sure you guys are actually having your business meeting with God. I have gotten back on track with my business meeting with God, and I'm telling you from firsthand, he is dropping wisdom beyond measures in my spirit, you guys. So that's the end of today's video, trying to get it to 16 minutes. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos as well, and make sure you continue to do what you're called to do. Be encouraged. I know that it's going to be hard sometimes, but know that God is with you. I'm with you, and I shall see you guys next week, because if God can do it for me, he can definitely do it for you. I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.